If I don't hit 400 subscribers right now, I'm retiring. Wait. I did it! I did it! I did it! I did it! Ha ha! This was all a joke. I'm not quitting anytime soon. Especially because there's people like you that watch it, and I really appreciate you. But anyway, on to the video. Hey, thanks guys for the 400 subscribers. 409 now. 410. 412. I better get this video out. I'm gonna answer some of your questions on here. And if they're not on this video, they have earned their own separate video or is combined with a similar question. So thanks for J Street of Addictive Accidents for doing the thumbnail. It's really dope. I'll remind you to check out their channel later. Now this video is a Q&A, but at the end of it I'll explain my favorite YouTuber, so stay tuned for that. First question. What is your prediction in the KSI versus Jake Paul, the boxing match anyway? I haven't been paying attention to that, but I assume it's rigged, and the referees are going to call a tie so they can set this up again next year, so that's my prediction. And that's if it even happens with the whole thing going on. Are you now at the Halentar? I tried my best to pronounce that. Sorry if I messed that up, but I looked him up and he's a pretty good comparison to what I do on here, since he raps, produces, and is a YouTuber. He's in a different language, but he definitely has some talent by the looks of it. Respect to him, but I have to disagree. I'm the next 100% B. What's your favorite game, by the way? Oh! He says oh after everything because I said oh to something in a live stream, and that was probably my worst description of something. I fixed it quickly, but yeah, it was something he shared me in the rapper reaction live streams. I go live every Sunday, by the way, so it's his joke. But anyway, my favorite game is NBA 2K12. I have a 28-year-old, 99 overall, and I have definitely won many awards with this character. Also, I broke a good bit of records, but most importantly, Nick Keller is the all-time number of three-pointers. He has made more three-pointers than anybody else in NBA history. So, one record that is total BS, though, is that I shot over 400% behind the three-point line one year. Literally impossible. You can only go up to 100%. That's a glitch. Oh yeah, and that's bullshit too. I don't know why they did that. Oh yeah, it's pretty. We're actually in the future on an old game, by the way. I won 3 championships. One I rage quit and restarted the game, and I kept going until I won. But hey, who's counting? You know, who's counting that? It's not illegal to cheat on your video games, so. I also love to be the general manager and simulate games and let the players handle everything like I'm an actual owner. This game was before the Raptors actually won a championship in the real world, so I actually brought the city its first championship, plus a couple more. A lot of these players are CPU generated, so they're fake and you wouldn't know them. Kemba Walker still playing. He's like almost 40. I just miss when the NBA 2K franchise allowed you to actually simulate games in like general manager mode and watch it live like you're the owner. In my opinion, they don't make NBA 2K like they used to. They are messing up with microtransactions and making it almost impossible to put in the actual work in my player and grow your player at a reasonable pace without buying your way to a 99. I don't bother with online. I've been playing NBA 2K since 2K6, and kids are still acting like I was trash when they saw my 70 overall player just because my overall is not 99 and I did that on my own, so I don't go online anymore. Fuck that. NBA 2K11 is a close second, but that annoying manager, anytime he did something wrong, would get on your ass about shit. If you have a bad game,
you'll find yourself in the NBA D League in the blink of an eye.
Hey, check out Chris Move. He got me into NBA 2K11, then NBA 2K12, man. So, OG gameplay YouTuber. He also does recaps now of games, but sadly the NBA is postponed right now. But he's definitely still got a lot of content out there. You know. So, if you're into that type of stuff, check him out. Who's your favorite rapper, and who's your rapper lyrically favorite rapper that's lyrically like that has bars, and why is those your favorite rappers in details? Well, I've been 2-1 for that question. Eminem, he's my favorite deep emotional rapper. The song Headlights relates to me with my mom passing away, since it's about Eminem's mom, and also the song Legacy sums up my childhood to a T, and I relate so much. There's songs like Sing for the Moment that helped me a lot as a. I just dropped a remix to that, by the way. Check that below before this one. Emotional Teen and Mockingbird. I feel Eminem is my dad. Told me my mom will be okay in heaven. That song's really relatable with losing my job and trying to rap. Then there's 8 Mile, where I feel like saying fuck the world, but also lyrically he's my favorite as well because his wordplay is amazing. He definitely knows how, how to spit extremely fast on top of it. Needless to say, everyone knows Eminem's skills, so I don't. It's Eminem. Are you planning to make a Discord for your channel? Not really. I hear it's hard work to run, and but mainly I just want people to follow my Instagram, and I call people back there in chats as much as I can. I'm not really a social person, so I don't really want more socialization with people. If you want to hit me up on my Instagram. I'll try to get back to you, but I'm constantly grinding. So if I don't get back to you like that moment, just know I'm grinding. But yeah, if it's like if I take that. If it takes away from my Instagram too, I'm trying to build my Instagram right now, and then eventually people are just in my Discord. I'll be afraid of losing potential followers. By the way, speaking of my Instagram and worried about growing it, follow my Instagram in the description. That's not a definite no, but I'm probably not going to do it. I'm still a smaller channel right now, but I could definitely change my mind if my fans really wanted one. But, I'm just not that social of a guy. So, yeah, I don't think. What do you think about Deonce's and Zero's music? These are the two rappers that Desi mainly lets me listen to. Am I reacting to your raps or whatever series? I actually like Zero's music better than, or they call him 0.9:36. That's gonna get annoying. I'm not gonna do that, so that's his name now. But he has a lot of pop appeal and has a great singing voice, and pop and rap are a great mix. They're my two favorite genres, and rock is a close third. And I even think Zero has some rock also in his music, so it's just for me. I just think he is really unique and versatile, not just with his music and beat selection, but with his lyrics. Zero talks about being a rapper, relationships, or when he fucks your friends, and his mental health, and you name it. Don't get me wrong, I like Dion's too, but his style is too similar to Eminem, the same artist. Like Al Sweatshirt earlier, he grows inspiration from Eminem, but John's grows a little too much inspiration from Eminem. He didn't really branch out there. I still like his topics with being a rapper, dissing other people, and even love songs from him that were surprising in a good way. But that just screams Eminem to me, and I'm just glad we have another rapper that sounds like Eminem with his topic choices, his voice that he can't help, and his lyrics. On the other hand, you could mistake him from Eminem back in late 2000s or 2010. during the relapse and recovery days. But with all that aside, I still fuck with his music because he sounds like Eminem. It's a catch-22. It's a good thing, but also it's an awkward thing. I definitely miss the Eminem of the late 2000s. So at the same time, I'm glad I get someone that makes emotional music like Eminem used to. But like I said, zero raps like no one I've ever heard of. So what do you like to do on YouTube? I didn't know exactly what he was asking. That's why I asked. But pretty much everything I do on YouTube. It's my entertainment, my hobby. But that would be a weak response, so I decided to name all of my favorite YouTubers. I thought that'd be close enough. I didn't know exactly what they were asking, but that might have been it. So if you meant the channels that I watch personally, first going into storytelling, I have to give it to Luna for telling great stories. There's a lot of great story time YouTubers out there. I'd be here forever if I named everyone. That's my main one for the stories. But now going to drama channels, Leafy is here. I know, hear me out. He can go too far sometimes, and I disagree with that, but this is a gray area. Like, I still enjoy his content overall, and that's why he's on here. Like, I like his sense of humor when he doesn't go too far with his jokes, and his story times. I definitely love his story times. So, but Pyrocynical is a really funny guy, but he can be a little too mean. But he's really entertaining, and he's a really funny guy. But the right opinion is extremely fair and a fantastic writer. I actually watch a lot of his, I actually watch a lot of drama channels, but that's my favorite. He's one of my favorite YouTubers too, altogether. Outside of the drama section, going into the comedy, I'll watch SML or Super Bowser Logan. Yeah, that's what they call their channel now, but they're funny skits. I'll watch Dad Dude that makes interesting reaction videos about Super Mario Logan along with the reviews. Dad Dude isn't a comedian, but he's related to SML. Yeah, he's a great writer too. His batch reviews are better, so. But I watch Film Cow. I go and watch them every once in a while. That's what really got me into YouTube. Film Cow, OG comedian, Charlie the Unicorn, Llamas with Hats, Robert Benfer, which was he was part of Film Cow. He's a funny comedian. Cheeto Studios is very underrated and very funny animation channel. Definitely the Setting with Tom episode was hilarious, dude. Please check out that video. That's got to be your first video. Then speaking of animation, headed into the cartoon reviewing community, I love the Mysterious Mr. Enter. He's a terrific writer, and he takes his stuff seriously with a passion, and that's what I like with a creator. Gem Reviews was probably heavily inspired by Mr. Enter because he says he loves Mr. Enter. And he was a big fan. He writes great himself. He's a bit more funnier, so he's like the funny cousin, in the family. But and then there's this guy called Stuffless Scout Fly. He's actually back. He was frustrated for a while, but cool dude overall, and he's an entertaining watch for his cartoons. And he also talks about video games. But I usually only watch if it's Crash Bandicoot related, to be honest. Oh yeah, Crash Bandicoot is a close second to my favorite game. Twin Sanity and also the trilogy. So then headed to the YouTube stars everyone's already knows and heard about. Shane Dawson, I love those conspiracy theories. Other than that, I don't really watch anyone that's that big all the time. Jake or Logan Paul hits the spot once in a while for me. And I actually love Jake's song, My Teachers. It's relatable. It got some flack, but, you gotta see it in the perspective of someone that felt he actually dropped out of high school and did it all himself. So if you see it in that perspective, and you know, some people do gotta go that way, even if not like Jake did. But for NBA reviewing content, there's Rusty Buckets. He's honest all the time, and I respect that he's very entertaining. And I love his hot takes on NBA. They're not only brave but inspirational, because he's not afraid to speak his mind, and that's what I like about him. You know, he's a nice guy too. He's, you know what I mean. But if shit he doesn't like shit, he's gonna tell you. But then there's Mike Kurzembra. He makes the videos very entertaining with like background music and the delivery on the NBA facts. You'll know if you watch him, you'll know what I'm talking about. But SDC has to be one of my favorite YouTubers too. He has amazing writing, and he goes in depth with anything he talks about. I love people that go in depth. I try to go in depth with stuff too. I can't pronounce depth wrong. I had to go to speech class. Then going into music reviews, I watch Anthony Fantano once in a while. All these people I'm sub to. Showing the listener there, because you know, he shout out to him. He reacts to a lot of my music. I'll watch him a lot.
Try to change the life for the better. I was a drama.
Try to change the life for the better. Damn, Earl Sweatshirt is killing this.
I don't get offended by much, but this offends me. Not really. I don't care. Everyone's got to learn them sometime.
Fuck. Oh, I've never heard any of Tyler the Creator's or Earl Sweatshirt's music.
I know you've been backed up with some requests, but in the future, I'm definitely going to make you more acquainted to Tyler the Creator and Earl Sweatshirt's music, man. Yeah, he reacts to a lot of my music too, guys. So check up in the description if you haven't subbed to him yet. And I'm you know, if you're he's gonna have the hot tapes on. Like, if you're into my music, you probably like Tyler the Creator and Earl Sweatshirt too. So, yeah, like, check out his first reactions. You know, so it's always exciting seeing someone, you know, that hasn't heard the music, you know, learning it from their first time. Anyway, I watched The Rap Critic. He's very underrated. Of course, he talks about rap, so. You can't forget about Yall though. Yo, it's Yall. It's technically what he's called, but he does these live streams to listen to your music. He's also a funny guy with skits about rappers, and good. You know, he's really good. If I'm the next anyone, dude, I'm the next Yall. I mean, like, our content is like absolute similar. Like, that's a better comparison there. But my favorite YouTuber altogether is called Tall in the Shadows. He reviews all types of music and is a fantastic writer and can crack out some jokes along with it. So it's just like, mwah, perfect. I gain a lot of my inspiration from Todd in my rap review series. You know, his top 10 and worst or best hit songs of each year is to die for when I was little. So. Like I said, if I haven't answered your question yet, I say that for the separate video or a combined video with 2 questions into one, or 3 questions into one even. You know, don't forget to check out Addictive Accidents. You know, JC made this dope thumbnail for me. I love their music. Like, they're my favorite underground like group and artists that I know personally. So trust me, to make sure you're not disappointed, I will play 4 bars from First. The first verse is Timmy.
Sipping on Corona, but I'm sicker than the virus. Niggas know I'm black, but I am also half Irish. Iris, darker than the skin that I ride with. Niggas I get high with.
And the second verse is J Street. I'm gonna play their new song, and I'm just gonna show you. This is show and tell.
Look, bitch, I just been ill, isolated on hiatus. Quarantine, like what you mean, I'm trying to be the greatest. Sicker than I thought I was, I think the shit is faded. Doing shows and banging hoes, you know your boy be styling.
Not be disappointed. Link is in the description. But thank you so much for all the love and support, everyone, in keeping my dream alive. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you when you watch me again. And for very soon.
I was in outer sight, words like I worked there. Now I'm a big brother to kids that are hurt.